Hey, welcome to Upaya Zen Center. I'm Eddie, or Shoryu Eusepi. I'm a novice priest here. I've been a resident for a number of years, and I'm just going to show you a bit around the Upaya Zen Center campus. Follow me. So, this building here looks like one big building. It's actually two very important parts of our campus. On the left-hand side, we have the Dokanji Temple, the Circle of the Way Temple, where we do our Zazen. We also hold different programs throughout the year. And on the right-hand side, we have the River House, which is our main get-together place where we have our main kitchen, where we dine together, where we meet, and of course, where you will come to sign up for the program that you'll be attending. This is, of course, our wonderful Bonnie, who does the many seen and unseen things at Upaya. And yeah, we're gonna walk into River House. So follow me.
We're rolling.
Oh.
That's so cool.
So this is Zenshin, a visiting teacher. We have many wonderful visiting teachers coming all the time. This is Casey, one of our great residents, working busily away in our Samu practice. And this is our miniature temporary library as we await the completion of this construction project that we have of our new dormitories. And of course, this is the front office. This is where you'll be coming in to register for the new upcoming program you'll be joining us for. And I'll keep showing you around the campus. So, should we go to the lower? So yeah, you'll notice here, this is the lower offices.
Wow.
We often have many bouquets of flowers here. But this is the lower offices. Upstairs, the tatami. It's kind of like a staging spot for our housekeeping department. And of course, here we're walking into our main dining room and kitchen. Working busily away, we have different residents working in the kitchen. And you might notice it's relatively quiet. And I'm doing my best not to be too loud because we have a wonderful practice of noble silence so that we can really focus on our work, pay attention to what's going on. This is where the kitchen magic happens. And this is also, of course, where we gather when we are getting ready to eat a meal, to chant together to then enjoy our meals. Outside to the left, as you're turning around, we have further down Jaya. And that is, of course, Jaya, our Upaya dog, who's getting educated by our head of kitchen, Senko. Here we have the outer dining area. As you see, we have plenty of wood. For the winter months, we burn wood. We enjoy a nice meal in here during the winter, or even outside, where we have many tables to enjoy our meals. As you see, as the camera's panning around, you'll see the hoop houses. We're in the winter months, so we're not really we're just getting them ready, but the ground is frozen, so we can't plant until late winter. But we do grow different kind of varieties of fruits and vegetables with the support of the wonderful Wendy Johnson, and also with the support of her to plant and harvest our Three Sisters garden, which we'll get to in a bit. But back here, this is the back side of the Zendo, where you'll see both our Jizo garden and behind Jizo Mahapajapati. Often during the pandemic, we would come and sit here to allow our local Sangha members to come and sit with us because we were in a strict quarantine. We still are. Now it's going on 3 years. During the warmer months, we would invite our local Sangha to come here to sit with us so that we could still sit together even with our community, even if they're outside the bubble. Yeah, so this is all the grounds. This is the back side of the Zendo. You'll see through the double doors the statue of Kuan Yin. That is the back side of the Zendo, which many of you might have seen online if you've joined us for Zazen and liturgy. And as we wrap around to the right, you see this beautiful adobe building. We call this Farolito. A lot of our guests and residents reside here. Still part of the campus, of course. And if you'll notice behind the Farolito building, there's this new construction site I mentioned earlier that will be done sometime this year. And of course, the iconic windmill, which is right next to the Three Sisters garden. So as we're walking around, maybe we'll go through the front of the Zendo and then wrap around to the Three Sisters garden, and I'll say a little bit about that. So this is the front of the Zendo. This is where guests and residents come, take off their shoes, hang their coats, and walk in through the doors here of the Dokanji Temple, the Circle of the Way Temple. And this is definitely a view you wouldn't normally get online. Here, as we continue walking, we have a statue of Shakyamuni Buddha. And behind the Shakyamuni Buddha, we have the Sir Gordo Temple, which has the first stupa built in the U.S. west of the Mississippi in the late 60s. And as you'll see at the entrance, we have this beautiful calligraphy created by Kazuaki Tanahashi, a good friend of Roshi Jones, renowned peace activist, calligrapher, translator. And it has one of the few names of Upaya Zendo, which is Manan-do. So
Manenzan.
Mananzan. Oh, that's what it is. Mananzan, which is 10,000-year-old mountain, if I'm not mistaken. And so this way we'll take you to the Three Sisters. Again, this is winter. We're in the thick of February, so it's cold. The ground is frozen. But we do have our beautiful Three Sisters garden where we grow beans, corn, and squash under the auspices of Sensei Wendy Johnson. Here we grow the squash. The beans climb up the fence, and of course the corn towers over the fences at the height of the summer, of course. And here we're walking into Sir Gordo Temple. stupa that I mentioned earlier. First one west of the Mississippi, a beloved place by many of the residents here at Upaya, and one of the sites that we always come for our ceremonies. Yeah, let's go in. This temple is part of the Nyingma tradition. As guests more from this tradition that outside of the quarantine pandemic time, they would come to sit here. It has its own particular caretaker, and it's been taken care of since the late 60s. So. Part of history here. Let's keep going. There's more to the campus. Now we're going up to what we call Upaya House. One of the first buildings on this land, or at least that was part of the Upaya Zen Center, formerly, which was acquired in the late 80s, 1989, 1990, if I'm not mistaken. Also, many guests stayed here for programs. And it's in this beautiful adobe architecture. This is the back side of it, or the south side of it, and we'll go to the entrance. Old, spectacular apricot tree hanging above it. Here's the entrance of Upaya House. Should we walk in? Yeah, let's walk in. It's one of our 7 altars here. The main beginning spot for many of our rituals here, ceremonies, important ceremonies, they start right here, be it ordination or empowerment or jundo or transmission. We always start here. Also, of course, this space is a space that the whole resident body comes in every Thursday morning for our seminars, where we discuss Wednesday night's dharma talk, or even community things, community issues that arise. And of course, we gather here not until we get our tea. Here in the kitchen. I love this door. And of course, upstairs is where Roshi Joan lives. Roshi Joan has been here since the late 80s, early 90s, living in community. And of course, in the lower part of the building, we have guests, usually friends of Roshi Joan's, visiting teachers, so on and so forth. Upaya House. Let's keep going. So now we'll go
Actually,
on.
maybe we should go that way and do the courtyard.
Oh, that's a good idea. So just
We walk
cut
through.
that off, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just cut that off. Let's just start.
This is so awkward doing this, dude.
You're doing great.
So strange.
And we'll pretend we're here. Okay. So then, okay, we're gonna start now. Okay, ready?
Okay,
So here, just start going that way.
let's go this way. So here we are at the Upaya House courtyard. Behind it we have a few rooms that we call the casitas. At the moment being used for residents. In the past we've also used it for guests. But in the nicer months, in the warmer months, it's not discriminated on the code. On the warmer months, we do gather chairs and we all meet here. And we have our seminars here, we have our discussions here, talking about the vastness of Dharma. And in the evenings, we do gather around, not so commonly, but not so rarely as well, once a month, let's say, and we do have bonfires. We do have bonfires. Now, now we'll wrap around this way, and we'll go back down towards the construction sites.
We won't do the construction site, but we'll just, where should we end? Maybe just,
Back at the entrance.
yeah, we can walk
Should
around
we show this? This is good to show.
Sure.
So as we're walking down here, we'll see we have a space for a lot of guests and residents to use to take care of their bodies. We have dumbbells, we have kettlebells, we have bands, we have benches. Yeah, and so we do have a long schedule, but we do have spaces where we can tend to our bodies. And
What's this?
this is, of course, another residency. It's called the Longhouse, and this right here, I forget the name for this place.
A wetland.
The wetland, which filters a lot of our sewage, doesn't it? Yeah,
Cattails,
the cattails, that's right.
which aren't growing now, but
Because of the winter, yeah. Where should we go from here?
I think that's probably good.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh my
just
God,
say-
that was really
just
bad.
say-
I would like to do
just
that
say,
one more
just
time.
say, maybe we can just do the cattails thing real quick, and then say, and that's the tour of the main campus, and let's go back to the river house or something like
Yeah.
that.
Start now. And right here in front of us, right behind the Upaya House, we have the wetlands, what we call the wetlands. They're just a bunch of important cattails that filter a lot of our waste. Really part of our ecosystem here, which is important for us. And that, yeah, in the summer months, exactly. In the summer months, they really do grow. And it's incredible to see just within a few months how much they grow. We're talking about over 10 feet. And that's the tour of the main campus. We have other parts of our campus, half a block away. So we'll go back to the front. Thanks for joining me. You want me to say? You want me to say something else?
No.
I was like cutting my walking meditation.
I think that's good.